everyone. Happy Thursday, which is basically our Friday this week since we have no school tomorrow or on Monday. So if you want to go ahead and follow along, again, I'd really love if you did. We're going to go ahead and log on to starfall.com. Alright, and once we are on there, go ahead and click on our calendar, and we will get our calendar started for the day.
Yippee!
It's April 2020.
2020. Let's make a calendar.
Okay, so go ahead and click that green sparkly arrow in the bottom right corner. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so
What day of the week is it today?
what day of the week is it today? And we just talked about it. Today is Thursday.
Great job!
Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. Alright, so go ahead and click that green arrow on the bottom there. Now we get to
Fill in the missing day and date.
fill in the missing day and date. Okay, so we just talked about how it's Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and drag Thursday over. And if yesterday was Wednesday the 8th, what will today be? Yeah, Thursday the 9th.
Great job!
All right. So now we can go ahead and click that green arrow to go ahead and move on to
Mark any special days this month.
mark any special days this month. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, as I usually do, start with the calendar holidays. So on the 1st of April, so Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, was a holiday. It was April Fool's Day. Not too many people, I feel like, officially celebrate this holiday, so some of us might not have been aware, but this is that day that you got to do some pretty playful pranks on your loved ones. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stars on Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, to go ahead and mark that that was April Fool's Day. Okay, so now we can go ahead and jump to the next week that we're currently in. And today, if you look, today is a holiday. We've kind of been talking about this since we've started this month. But today, Thursday, April 9th, is Passover. And instead of doing a social story today, we're going to later on be reading a little book about Passover and finding out a little more information about it. I will also be posting more resources and information on our Google Classroom. But I'm going to go ahead and mark with some stars that today, Thursday, April 9th, 2020, is Passover. It's that Jewish holiday. All right, and then tomorrow we have a holiday. So that's the whole reason that we have a long weekend this weekend is, so tomorrow is Good Friday. So Friday, April 10th, 2020 will be Good Friday. And this is that holiday that those who practice some branch of Christianity, they like to remember this as the day that Jesus died on the cross. And then it usually signifies that we're going to have Easter soon. So if we go ahead and look, nothing on this Saturday, but Sunday. What will Sunday be? Friday's Good Friday. Yeah, Sunday will be Easter. So Easter is another extension of this Christian holiday season, and this is the day that people who practice some branch of Christianity, they recognize that Jesus rose from the dead on this holiday. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stars on Sunday, April 12th, 2020, because that will be Easter. Okay. So next week, there are no holidays after Easter. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the week of Monday the 20th. And if you look, there's 2 holidays that week. So on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, it will be Earth Day. And remember, Earth Day is just that day that we take the time around the world to raise awareness and spread information about how we can keep our Earth happy and healthy for years to come. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stars on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, because that will be Earth Day. And then on Friday, April 24th, 2020, it signifies the start of the Muslim holiday Ramadan. So Ramadan begins on Friday, April 24th, 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stars on when Ramadan begins. All right, and that concludes our official holidays for this month, but I would like to recognize another day this month because it is one of our friends' birthdays. And if we get our calendar from the classroom, or I should say our birthday calendar, January, February, March, April. So our friend Harry has a birthday this month, and his birthday will be on Sunday, April 19th, 2020. And that day, Harry will be 13, a teenager. Wow. Getting to be so grown. I miss you all. All right. So we'll have to see if we can't do something special for Harry's birthday. Online, that is. Since we all can't be together, hopefully we can do something special for his birthday. Okay, so Sunday, April 19th, 2020 will be Harry's 13th birthday. All right, so you can continue on and go and mark any more special days that you would like this month. I am going to go ahead and move on to the next part of calendar, where we get
Choose
to
a picture for your calendar.
choose a picture for a calendar. So I think yesterday I did the planet one. So I'm going to look, since it looks like it's a little, we're going to move on to weather here in a second. It looks like it's a little cloudy outside. I'm going to go ahead and put the rain picture. And this is the boy with the covering his head with a book, and the girl using an umbrella to cover her head. So this is what my picture for the day is going to look like, but you can pick whichever one you would like. And hooray, so we finished our calendar. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to weather. All right. See, the weather has changed since we even talked about it yesterday. That happens sometimes. So, we're going to just be using, as we normally do, just all of this information here, this first box of information that comes up. Sorry, needed to adjust that. My head was cut off. So, once we get onto our weather page, we want to make sure that there is a nice blue box around Thursday, since it is Thursday today. So, it will look like, this is really hard to let you guys see it because my window is right behind here, so it's not working out too well. Okay, so there is a blue box around Thursday, sorry, and it should look something like this. So here we go. We have our blue box, and then we have THU, which is short for Thursday. And then we have, for our weather type today, our weather picture, we've got some clouds. And underneath our picture, we have two temperatures. One of them is 64 degrees, and the other one is 49 degrees. So this has even changed since yesterday too. Okay, so it'll look like this. Once you have that, imagine this is a blue box, and then we have THU for Thursday. We've got some clouds, and we have 64 degrees and 49 degrees. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about our temperatures for the day. So go ahead and make sure that in the box, or the rectangles, the three rectangles that say temperature, precipitation, and wind, you want to make sure that temperature is boxed around. So here, temperature, precipitation, and wind. So temperature is the first one, and you want to make sure there's a box around that one. That way you can see the temperatures throughout the day. So we're going to go ahead and just look at back to our box. And instead of looking at the scale, I'm just going to look at which one is higher, or which one I should say is hotter. What temperature? 64 degrees Fahrenheit or 49 degrees Fahrenheit? Yeah, so 64 degrees Fahrenheit will be our highest temperature of the day. And if we look on our scale, so here's 60 right here, and here's 65. So I know that it's going to be between 60 and 65, but closer to 65 because 64 is one less than 65. So 64 degrees Fahrenheit. It's right here. We are in that cool temperature range. So 64 degrees is a cool temperature. I think it's a perfect temperature, but I'm also from a very cold place. So 64 degrees Fahrenheit will be our highest temperature of the day. And now we're going to go ahead and look at our lowest temperature for the day. So if our highest temperature of the day is 64 degrees Fahrenheit, that means our expected lowest temperature is 49 degrees Fahrenheit. So if we look on our temperatures here, so we have, here's 40, 45, and so I know that 49 is between 45 and 50, but it is closer to, hold on, 49, okay, between 45 and 50. And we know it's closer to 50 because 49 is 1 less than 50. I think I said the temperature wrong for the highest temperature just now, but that's why I was pausing. Okay, so if we look, 49, so here's 51 less is 49, and we are in that cold temperature range. So 49 degrees is cold. Let's review. I think I might have messed up on, teachers make mistakes too. Our highest temperature is 64. I don't know if I looked at that correctly on here. I think I might have, now that I'm thinking of it. But if not, our highest temperature is cool right here. So our high is in the cool range and our low is in that cold range. Okay, so now that we've done our temperature, we're going to go ahead and move on to precipitation. And this is where we find out if we're going to have any type of weather today. So we want to make sure that precipitation is clicked on these 3 boxes here. Precipitation's the one in the middle, so we should have that one clicked on. Okay, and then you're going to see that blue line with the percentages or chances of rain, and I'm seeing some very low numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and look up at this top part here where it says precipitation, humidity, and wind. And we said, or it says that precipitation, so precipitation, okay, that would be a good spelling word, or a bonus word, I should say. Precipitation is at 0%. And I don't know if this is 100% accurate because I'm looking outside right now and it seems pretty cloudy to me, like it wants to rain. But our weather is saying that we have a low chance, 0 chance of rain today. We'll see. I think our weather people lie to us sometimes, but okay. Now that we have done our precipitation, we're going to go ahead and move on to wind. And so that means we need to make sure that, since I have a clear board, I will draw it instead of showing it on the computer because it is hard to see. Okay, and wind. Okay, so there's your 3 rectangles. They look more like squares on here, but rectangles. So we did our temperature. So we're done with temperature. That should not be clicked on. We're done with our precipitation. So we should have that box around wind. And when that box is around wind, you should see those arrows that either point up or down and the miles per hour to show our wind variations. So here, you'll see that row of arrows. And I'm going to go ahead and look up at the top again where it says precipitation, humidity, and wind. And our wind chances today, or I should say speed, expected wind speed is 11 miles per hour. So our expected wind is 11 mph, or miles per hour. That will be our average wind speed, and I'm looking outside right now and I do see the leaves dancing a little bit and the branches swaying, so I think it's a little bit windy right now, but it could pick up at any point because 11 miles per hour is a decent wind. Not going to blow you over or anything, or you're not going to not feel it at all, but it's decent. You'll feel it out there. And I'm looking at the trees right now. They're definitely feeling it. Okay. So, if you are near a window, go ahead and we're going to talk about our weather type. What type of weather are we having outside right now? Can you see any blue skies? I can't see any blue skies right now because it's covered up with a bunch of clouds. So when there's just a bunch of clouds outside in the sky and the sun's covered up by those clouds, what type of weather is that? Cloudy. Yeah. So today is going to be and is currently cloudy. And it looks like it wants to rain really bad. So we'll see if that 0% is accurate or not. But we're going to go ahead and move on. You can go ahead and look at if you want to look at the humidity, that can get a little bit more confusing, but you can quiz yourself on what the humidity will be, look at the wind variations, quiz your family, ask them questions, do whatever you'd like. But right now, I'm going to move on to if we were in our classroom right now, whoever was running weather would get to put the weather information up on our board for today and tomorrow. So for today and tomorrow. So does anyone remember what our highest temperature for the day will be? And if you said 64 or close to that, you're right. So today's highest temperature will be 64 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. Let's go ahead and go over our temperatures for tomorrow, since we won't have a morning meeting tomorrow. Ooh, hopefully this is still like this tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be a really nice day. So tomorrow, we want to make sure our box is around Friday, so that we're seeing our information for Friday down here. And it looks like we have 73 degrees and 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So 73 degrees and 50. Actually, let me see if I can write them backwards so that you can actually see them. 73 degrees and here we go. Look at that. I did it. Okay. So 73 degrees Fahrenheit and 50 degrees. Which one of these numbers is going to be our expected high temperature for tomorrow? Or which number is bigger, 73 or 50? Yeah, so 73 degrees Fahrenheit will be our expected high for tomorrow. And that must mean that 50 degrees will be our lowest expected temperature for Friday or tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm just seeing a big old yellow circle, which usually means our sun, and that it's going to be sunny. So tomorrow will be sunny. So now that we figured out our weather for tomorrow, now we're going to compare. So today we learned that today will be a high of 64 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. Okay, and tomorrow will be 73 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and sunny. Which day do you think you'll prefer? Today, where it's cloudy and a little cool, or tomorrow where it's sunny and let's see what temperature range 73 is in. We're at 71 here, so ready? 72, 1, 72, 73. Oh, look at that. We are in our warm. So tomorrow will be warm and sunny, and today is going to be cool and cloudy. What type of weather do you prefer? Go ahead and comment on our Google Classroom once you watch this and let me know which one you would prefer. I like both types of weather, but I'm really looking forward to some sunshine tomorrow. So, we are going to conclude weather for the day. And go ahead and, sorry, I realized I was talking away from you and trying to organize my stuff. So, we talked about at calendar how today is Passover. So I have, instead of a social story, a little book that says, My Book All About Passover. Okay. So let me see if I can find a little extra information that explains. I know this symbol means something, but I can't remember from, my mom was raised Jewish, so she would know if she was here, but she is not, so I'm going to go ahead and look up what that symbol means, because okay, cool, super simple. So it's just a symbol I believe, if I am reading this correct, this is just a symbol to represent Judaism, another symbol. So, all about Passover. Okay. So, in Israel, they celebrate Passover. So here we go. So here's a boy, and this hat on his head is what most people who practice Judaism wear. It's called a yarmulke, and it's just a part of their faith and what they wear to practice their faith. So, and then this here is the Star of David, and that's a very big symbol that also represents Judaism. There's more in depth about it, but I'm not going to go into it. But just know that this is an important symbol that represents people who are Jewish. I actually have this tattooed on my arm. You can't really see it that well, but my mom was raised Jewish, and my bubby, and that's what we called my grandma, my bubby passed away, and so she always wore a Star of David around her neck. So I got the Star of David tattooed on me in memory of her. Little side story to that. I know I'm going off on tangents here. Okay, and so it says in Israel. So this is the country of Israel. This is what it looks like by itself. It's connected to other countries, but if you just took that section of land and put it on a piece of paper by itself, this is it. Israel. Jerusalem is the capital, or one of the main cities in Israel. And this right here, this body of water, because it told me color the land green, which I did, that's Israel, and the water blue. So this is the water they wanted me to color in blue, and this is the Mediterranean Sea. And this is the main body of water that people who live in Israel interact with and use to ship things out and maybe even swim in if they're near a coast. Okay. The flag of Israel is white and blue. So here we go. So this is we have the American flag to represent our country, and they have the Israeli flag to represent their country. And it's a very simple flag. It's just white and blue. So these strips here are blue, and the Star of David in the middle here is blue, and the rest of it is white. And this is just a symbol of Israel. They speak Hebrew. So, in America, we speak a variety of languages, but in Israel, they may speak more than one language, but the main language is Hebrew. So, we have this little boy from earlier, and here's a little girl now. So he's going to speak in English, which is a language that we speak in America. It's not our main language because we don't have a main language here. There are all sorts of language spoken here. But a lot of things are in English here in America, and that's what we know, what we read. Some of you may know other languages, but this is the English phrases, and this is Hebrew. So Hebrew, remember, is what they speak in Israel. So hello in English, so we would say hello. In Israel, they would say shalom. And then in here, we would say goodbye. And in Israel, in Hebrew, they would say, I'm probably going to butcher these, but Lala Tov. And then thank you. So we would say normally thank you. And if you were speaking Hebrew, you would say Toda. So I know it's backwards, but hello, goodbye, thank you. Pretty cool. Okay, and our last page. Passover is a Jewish holiday. So, two very important symbols of Judaism, or people who are practicing Jewish faith, right here. And there we go. So that was our little book about Passover, and told you a little bit more about Israeli people. And I will be posting other resources about Passover and a little more information, because I feel like this didn't really dive too much into why they do Passover. It kind of gave you a general idea of where this holiday is from and what that group of people and how they live. So I'm going to be posting more resources so that you can learn a little bit more about Passover. And then also, I will also be posting this. This came as a teacher booklet. So I'm going to be posting this as a resource online if you would like to print it out and color your own book, if you would like, you don't have to, just a little extra thing, but I will post this online too if you would like to color it and cut it out and all that stuff on your own. All right, so that concludes our Thursday, but this is like our Friday since we don't have school tomorrow. That concludes our morning meeting for today. But I hope that you all have a wonderful and safe holiday weekend for those of you who celebrate these holidays. Not all of you might celebrate these holidays that we're having this weekend, and that's okay too. Just enjoy your time with your family. But I will also be posting more information. So tomorrow we talked about is Good Friday. So I'll be posting, we're not going to do a morning meeting, but I will post information about it so you can learn more about it. And then I'll also be posting information about Easter too, since that's Sunday. So that you can learn a little bit more about Easter and hopefully do some fun things related to that. So, all right. Well, I hope everyone stays safe, healthy, and happy. And please come talk to me. Come interact with me on the Google Classroom. Set up a Zoom time. Do whatever. I would love to talk to you all because I miss you. And I just want to see how you're doing. I'm going to be calling around today to check in on you. But talk to me anytime you want. Email me. I would love to get emails from you. Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.